in the heart of a forgotten forest, where the trees whisper secrets to the moon and the wind sings lullabies of despair, there lived a shadow named Shadow Sherry. She was not like the other shadows. She had her own will, her own desires, but for all her power, she was alone in this world of darkness. One night, as the stars aligned and the moon hung low in the sky, a figure emerged from the depths of the forest, a man known only as Dark Walker Dave. He was unlike anything Shadow Sherry had ever seen, a being composed entirely of shadows, with eyes that burned like embers, and a voice that echoed through the trees. They spoke not a word, for in this world, communication was unnecessary. Their presence was enough to communicate volumes of fear and despair. They walked together into the darkness, their shadows merging into one, creating a larger, more ominous entity. As they moved deeper into the forest, the air grew thick with an unnatural silence. The trees seemed to close in around them, their branches reaching out as if trying to strangle them. A cold wind swept through the leaves, carrying whispers of ancient horrors that had long since been forgotten. Suddenly, a sound echoed through the darkness, a low, rumbling growl that sent chills down Shadow Sherry's spine. She spun around, her shadowy form darting in every direction, searching for the source of the noise. But it was too late. Dark Walker Dave had already disappeared into the shadows. Alone once more, she felt a wave of loneliness wash over her. She knew that she must find him before whatever creature or force that had driven him away could claim him as its own. With renewed determination, Shadow Sherry followed the path that Dark Walker Dave had taken, her shadow elongating and stretching to cover greater distances. As she ventured deeper into the forest, the air grew colder and denser. The shadows around her seemed to grow darker, almost palpable in their intensity. She could feel eyes watching her from the darkness, sharp claws scraping against the bark of the trees. But there was no escape. She was trapped by a force beyond her understanding. Finally, she stumbled upon a clearing bathed in an eerie green light that pulsed with a sinister rhythm. In the center of the clearing stood Dark Walker Dave, his form twisted and contorted, as if he had been tortured by some unimaginable horror. He did not speak, but simply turned to face Shadow Sherry. Without warning, they were pulled into the heart of the creature, into a nightmare from which there would be no escape. They were consumed by an abyss of darkness and pain, their shadows merging with the very fabric of reality itself. In the end, Shadow Sherry was left alone once more, alone in the forest, alone in the darkness, alone with the memories of her encounter with Dark Walker Dave. She knew that she would never be the same again, for she had seen into the abyss and found only horror waiting for those who dared to look too deeply.